You and someone in London can walk into the exact same McDonald's, order the exact same Big Mac, get the same box, the same wrapper, the same logo. But you won't be eating the same food. Your version has ingredients in it that are illegal in their country. Not different, illegal. The same company that removed those chemicals from European food left them in yours on purpose. And once you see why, you will never look at a drive-thru the same way again. Let's start with something simple. French fries. Potatoes, oil, salt. That's what you think is in them. But pull up the McDonald's US ingredient list, and their fries contain potatoes, canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, natural beef flavor, hydrolyzed wheat, hydrolyzed milk, citric acid, dextrose, sodium acid pyrophosphate, and salt. That's 14 ingredients in a French fry. Now pull up the UK version. Potatoes, sunflower oil, dextrose, salt. 4 ingredients. Same company, same fry. 10 extra ingredients, just gone. Why does a simple French fry need 14 ingredients? One of them is TBHQ, a preservative derived from petroleum, the same base material used to make gasoline. It keeps frying oil from going rancid. Europe restricted it so heavily that most chains just stopped using it entirely. In America, every single location fries with it, no restriction. Then there's the beef flavoring. McDonald's US fries contain natural beef flavor made from wheat and milk derivatives. That's why American McDonald's fries are not vegan. The European version is fully vegan. Same fries. One has animal byproducts cooked into the oil, one doesn't. McDonald's didn't stumble into this difference. They sat in a room and made a deliberate choice. Twice. Once for Europe, once for America. And they decided those extra chemicals were fine for you. But the fries aren't even the worst part, because what's hiding inside the bun has been linked to tumor development. And it's sitting inside over 100 products Americans eat every single day. There's an ingredient called azodicarbonamide. Most people call it ADA, a flour bleaching agent. Makes bread look whiter, makes dough rise faster. Sounds harmless. Except the European Union banned it. Australia banned it. Researchers found evidence connecting it to tumor development. In America, still perfectly legal. Still inside your burger bun. Subway had ADA in their bread for years. They didn't remove it because the science changed. They removed it in 2014 because a public campaign made the backlash too loud to ignore. Without that pressure, it would still be there right now. Then there's potassium bromate, added to flour to make dough stronger. Linked to cancer in animal studies. Banned in Europe, banned in Canada, banned in China, banned in Japan. Still legal in the United States at the federal level. California finally banned it in 2023, but nationally, still completely fine to put in your food. Then there's titanium dioxide, a whitening agent used in buns, candies, sauces. The EU banned it in 2022 after concluding it could no longer be considered safe. Potential DNA damage. Their words, not ours. Still legal in the United States. And here's a number that puts all of this into perspective. Researchers cross-referenced the FDA database against Europe's approved list. The result? At least 950 food additives that are legal in America are completely banned in the European Union. 950. Think about that number for a second. That's not a gap. That's a system built on entirely different values. And understanding why that gap exists takes us somewhere most people never look. It comes down to one word: proof. In Europe, before you put a chemical in food, you have to prove it's safe first. Independent scientists review it. Third-party data gets published. If something looks potentially dangerous, it gets pulled while the science catches up. They call this the precautionary principle. The burden of proof is on the company. In America, it's the exact opposite. You can put almost anything in food until someone proves it's dangerous. And proving that takes years of studies, legal battles, and public pressure. By the time that proof exists, millions of people have already been eating it for decades. And here's where it gets worse. In 1997, the FDA quietly changed a critical rule. Companies no longer had to even notify the FDA when they decided an ingredient was safe. They could use their own scientists, run their own studies, reach their own conclusions, and put it directly in your food. No government review, no public disclosure, nothing. A study out of NYU found that nearly 99% of new chemicals introduced into the American food supply between 2000 and 2021 entered through this exact loophole. The agency responsible for protecting your food doesn't even know what's in it. And this is only half the picture, because it doesn't stop at additives. The meat itself is different too. In the United States, beef cattle are routinely injected with synthetic growth hormones, 6 of them approved by the FDA. They make animals grow faster, bigger, cheaper. The European Union banned hormone-treated beef entirely in 1989. Not restricted, completely banned. Then there's antibiotics. Europe banned using antibiotics as growth promoters in livestock in 2006. America didn't act until 2017, and even then, the rules have gaps. The World Health Organization has warned repeatedly that antibiotic overuse in livestock is creating drug-resistant bacteria, infections that don't respond to treatment. The CDC estimates over 35,000 Americans die every year from antibiotic-resistant infections. You eat what the animal ate, you absorb what the animal was given. And the animal in your American burger was given things that are illegal to give animals in 30 other countries. But here's what makes all of this truly unforgivable. The companies are not incapable of making cleaner food. They already do, for someone else. Heinz makes a version of its ketchup for the UK with fewer ingredients and less sugar. Same red bottle, different product. Kraft, Quaker, Mountain Dew. All of them produce cleaner formulations for European markets. Same brands, same logos. 2 supply chains, 2 formulations. One for Europe, one for America. They know the American version wouldn't pass European regulation, so they made a business decision. Give Europeans what they demand. Give Americans what they'll accept. Same company, 2 standards, and they'll tell you with a straight face that both products are safe. One of them just happens to have 950 fewer questionable chemicals. None of these ingredients are in your food by accident. They're part of a system designed for shelf life, for appearance, and for profit. Not for your health, not for your family's health. The companies already know how to make your food cleaner. They proved it. They're doing it right now in 30 other countries. They just chose not to do it here. And that's what this channel is about. The truths that actually matter. The ones hiding behind the logos and the dollar menus and the ingredient lists nobody reads. If this is your first time here and you believe people deserve to know what's really in their food, subscribe, because we're not done, and the next video might be even harder to hear. Now I want to ask you something. After watching this, would you still eat the same fast food tomorrow? Drop your honest answer in the comments. And if you've already started making changes to what you eat, tell us what you did, because somebody watching this right now needs to hear it.